ESPN just released their WNBA offseason grades for 2025 with the Indiana Fever coming out.
The WNBA free agency bombshell just dropped, and Angel Reese's vision of building a Chicago powerhouse is unraveling before her eyes. Despite boldly declaring herself the next big recruiter in women's basketball, the league's top stars are leaving her on read. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are stacking their roster with championship potential, making serious moves while Chicago struggles to land talent. Remember when Angel promised to bring relevance back to the city? It seems the league's elite didn't get the memo. One by one, free agents are choosing other destinations, leaving Reese with empty roster spots and unfulfilled promises. The silence in Chicago is deafening. On her podcast, Reese exuded confidence, claiming she was building a powerhouse. "You don't get told no," she insisted. "You're going to get more yeses than numbers." But as free agency unfolds, the reality is setting in. Chicago isn't the hot destination she envisioned.
Indiana Fever because they were awarded the highest grade of an A. So do you guys remember during the Indiana Fever's season when fans and media personalities were saying that they would be surprised if anyone wanted to play in Indiana because of their toxic fan base, because there was problems in the locker room? Well, all of that seemed to be pushed to the side because Indiana Fever has
Fast forward to now, and the reality couldn't be more different. Free agency is in full swing, yet Chicago's roster remains just as empty. Not a single all-star has been convinced to join the Sky. While other teams stack up with top-tier talent, Chicago is left scrambling for answers. This was supposed to be Reese's big opportunity to help build a championship-caliber squad, especially after all the recruiting she did at Unrivaled. But so far, the results have been nothing short of disappointing.
As a free agent, though, I mean, obviously I know it was crazy. How was your experience, and what was it that separated all the other teams, Dallas separated from everybody else?
At the end of the day, it wasn't completely my decision because I was a restricted free agent.
Oh, yeah, right.
So I could tell Connecticut, hey, I want to go to this team or this team, and that's kind of what happened. Like, I gave them two options, and whichever team put the best offer on the table to Connecticut, that's what, like, they took. So I'm glad I'm in Dallas, but it was like I gave them two teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Were we the other team? No.
Yeah.
We had no chance.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't us. I'm mad.
Instead, it's turning into a painful reality check. Could this be the clearest sign yet that players around the league simply aren't interested in whatever Reese is trying to build in Chicago? "The whole city is obsessed with you," an interviewer told her. "I know, I love it here," Reese responded enthusiastically. "I feel like Baltimore here. Chicago, you'll have everything. There's nothing I need to go to another city for." But despite her love for the city, her recruiting efforts have completely flopped. Picture Reese scrolling through her contacts, firing off messages, making calls only to be met with unread messages and polite rejections. With so many elite free agents available, you'd think at least one would be heading to Chicago. Wrong. The silence has been deafening. No blockbuster signings, no excited tweets, no championship-caliber stars packing their bags for the Windy City. Just Reese, left wondering what went wrong. Let's look at the names that were on the market: Kelsey Plum, Jorel Lloyd, Brittany Griner, Alyssa Thomas, Dawanna Borner, Natasha Howard, Satu Sabely, and Kelsey Mitchell. These are franchise-altering players. And how many seriously considered Chicago? Not a single one. Maybe there was still hope. Maybe Reese had something planned that no one saw coming. But now that the biggest names have found new homes, it's undeniable Chicago was never a destination for top talent. Reese's grand recruiting vision wasn't just a failure. It was a disaster. To make matters worse, the Sky's front office didn't do her any favors. Their leading scorer, Kalia Copper, was traded. Kennedy Carter didn't even receive a qualifying offer. The message was loud and clear: Chicago isn't serious about keeping its best players, let alone attracting new ones. And those trade rumors? They went nowhere fast. It's almost as if the moment Reese started selling her superteam dream, free agents ran the other way. So where does that leave her? The so-called superstar who was supposed to bring elite talent to Chicago now finds herself leading a team of role players and rookies instead. This isn't the powerhouse she envisioned, it's a harsh reality check. So, what went wrong? Why did every top free agent look at Chicago and decide it wasn't worth their time? While Angel Reese was hyping up the Sky as the next WNBA powerhouse, the league's actual superstars were making moves that left Chicago completely in the dust. This WNBA drama let us know in the comments. Do you think Angel Reese can salvage her Chicago super team? Dreams. See you in the next video.